Finding the right associate dentist to unlock more free time with your family, more schedule freedom, fuel practice growth, and most of all, fewer hygiene checks is what we are committed to doing at Dentist Job Connect. To get help from us in finding an amazing associate or an awesome associate job, just text HIRE to 215-798-9897. Text HIRE to 215-798-9897, or reach out to us at dentistjobconnect.com. If you'd like to scroll through all our open positions, just text job to 215-798-9897. So I'm here with Dr. Josh. Would you introduce yourself to our audience and share where you're located and a little bit about your dentisting journey?
Hello, I'm Dr. Joshua Seale. I graduated from San Antonio Dental School in 2006, and I was an associate for a few years. And then after that, I followed my dream of opening my first dental location in East Texas in my hometown.
Awesome.
And that's going to be in the small town of Brooklyn, Texas, which is also situated on the #1 bass fishing spot in Texas.
Oh.
And from there, I opened my second location in Beaumont, Texas, which is about an hour from Houston. And now we have 4 locations, 3 of which are in that Beaumont, Port Arthur area.
Nice. I like that story. There's a funny joke from one of my favorite comedians, Jim Gaffigan, who said, nobody congratulates you when you're having your 4th baby. Having a 4th baby is like drowning in the ocean and someone throws you a baby. So you are the owner of 4 dental practices, Josh. What is that like?
It's been a journey for sure. It's great. It's rewarding. I'm very fortunate to work with a great staff and also have some of the best patients, I think, in Texas. So it's a lot to handle, as you know, but it's very rewarding.
Just call it what it is, fun chaos. I own 2 practices, right? So I know the drill. You got to make sure everyone's in the right spot, but you get to kind of be part of this amazing team and do amazing things for people, not just your patients, but also your team. So I really admire a fellow multi-practice owner. I know what it takes to do it, and I think it's really awesome because you're creating a home for associate dentists to learn, laugh, and feel less alone as we talk about that. So tell us, why are you looking for an associate? What's your why?
Well, the short answer is we need help. So we're always looking for great dentists. Within the past year, we had a couple of dentists that had to leave the practice for health concerns. And so those positions have opened up and they're for full time. And in my rural location here, I've got more patients than I know what to do with. So we're very busy and we want to get some dentists that care about their patients, that want to deliver some high quality dentistry and treat people.
I love that. Well, I'm a 2002 grad and you're a 2006 grad. You know what I found, Jod? These young dentists, how do I think they're entitled, they're spoiled. They ask for this thing, Josh. It's just so entitled. They want to eat food and have shelter. I mean, like what? Back in our day, we'd live in a tent outside. I'm just joking because it is important to make money doing dentistry. And why is that important? You have to pay your loans. You have to take care of your family. And I don't think we talk enough about this. In dental school, they didn't teach us about finding jobs. They didn't teach us how associates were compensated. So what I like to ask for a position is, how are the dentists compensated there? What's an income range? Tell us more about that so that when people are listening into this and watching in, they can say, hey, that's a job that will meet my family needs. That's a job where I can pay back my debt. That's a job where I can reach my financial goals. Tell us about that.
Well, that's a great point, and student debt is on everyone's mind. For the right candidate, everything is basically negotiable. So I've been working with the Bridge Dental Group. They helped me get the compensation package. This very desirable. We have a signing bonus. We generally work off of a daily guarantee in the beginning, especially for the recent grads as they build up their speed, and we generally pay a percentage of production. So yeah, for those
and it looks
great candidates,
like it's reasonable for someone to make over $200,000. There's enough patient volume for them to do something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think that's important for our audience to know, because you want to go to an office where not only you be supported as a dentist, but that you have the patient volume for you to have a full schedule, for you to practice the procedures that you've learned in dental school, and also so that you can make the income that you need. So now we're on to procedures, Josh. So if I was like, hey, Josh, could you cover my practice? I'm going away for a week. I'll pay you well. I'll buy you lunch every day. The team will be nice, but you're going to do number 15 DOs on people who can't open. You might say, thanks, Dr. Nacho, but I don't want to I don't want to be part of that, right? Because the what is important. So tell our audience, what procedures do you expect the associate to do? And then what might be available if they have other skills?
I'll come up there and do those 15 DOs for you as long as they have a really big buccal fat pad too. That's my jam,
Yes.
right?
Thanks. Thanks,
Um,
Josh.
and gag too. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
advantage of having multiple locations is we try to match the dentist skill set to the office that will has the feel and patient population to what you feel like your
Yeah.
strongest suits are. So each practice has a little bit of flavor to it, a little different flavor to it, a little different patient profile. So that's one is what will I expect my associates to do? It depends on what their strengths are, and we try to play to those strengths. Now, for the recent grads, they want mentorship. I love mentoring. I want to get into teaching. I'm already teaching part-time at the hygiene school, so I love mentorship. And what I try to do is get everybody maybe out of their comfort zone and into that learning zone,
I
but
like
help
that.
them stay out of the danger zone.
Yeah, I love that. You should market that. So are these like restorative dentistry? That's part of it, crowns and fillings. I'm assuming that you have patients that need that type of care in your practice.
Absolutely, a lot of bread and butter dentistry, quote unquote.
Yeah, I'd like you
Um,
to call it kale and quinoa dentistry because no one eats bread and butter. I was at a wedding. You eat bread and butter at a wedding, but no one goes home and now has a giant loaf of bread. So for me, I'd like everyone to call it kale and quinoa dentistry. And I say that in a joking way, but we'll go with that as the fundamental stuff. And then what if they want to do endo or extractions? Would be there be those type of procedures available?
Yeah, if you want to go from kale and quinoa to maybe avocado toast, we have that
Yeah,
for sure. But yes, we have a great need for endo. Surgery is a big need. And so we do try to keep everything in-house. So we are group practice. Usually we can get the patient seen at either the same location or maybe a sister location. But it's not an
awesome.
issue to refer either.
I love that response. So now you've shared so much about where your job is, why you're looking for an associate, compensation procedures, but dentists are people too. We do have lives. Our patients might not think it, but we have lives outside of our operatory. What fun things are there to do outside the operatory? Somebody moves for this job, they work with you and your team. They say, hey, this is great, Joshua, but I want to do some fun stuff on the weekends after the office is closed. What would they be doing? Tell us about that.
There's plenty of fun things to do in the area. 3 of the 4 practices are in Beaumont, and that has it's a big enough population to have arts, a theater. We have a big concert venue where big names come to town. If you like to be outdoorsy, there's nearly everything that you'd like in the area. We're an hour from the beach. We are, if you want to go to the casinos in Louisiana, we're from an hour from that. We're an hour from Houston to have access to all those things, hunting, fishing, golfing, anything outdoors. We have a lot to do.
Awesome. Well, you've described this really well. I love your personality. I know that running a multiple practice group has its challenges and rewards, and we're
I
here
had
to
hair
find
when I
you.
started.
Yeah, that's great. You'll find you that associate dentist. People can text Port Arthur to 215-798-9897. If you want to apply and learn about any of the positions in the Bridge Dental Group, just text Bridge to 215-798-9897 or email us at info@dentistjobconnect.com. Thanks so much for sharing with us today, Joshua.
Thank you.